Picture this. Ancient Egypt, a land steeped in mystery and timeless beauty, is about to undergo a revolution that will forever mark its history. This is a tale set in the golden era of the 18th dynasty, a time when the Nile's banks were bustling with life and the pyramids stood as proud symbols of Egypt's grandeur. The reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep III, a ruler known for his wisdom and diplomacy, had brought about a period of prosperity and stability. Egypt was at the zenith of its power, its influence reaching beyond its borders, its coffers filled to the brim with the spoils of trade and conquest. This was a time when art and culture flourished, when the temples of the gods echoed with hymns of praise and the scribes busied themselves with tales of glory and triumph. But as the sun set on Amenhotep's illustrious reign, a new dawn was about to break over the horizon of Egypt. Rising to the throne was his son, a young prince known as Amenhotep IV. Unlike his father, this new pharaoh was a man of different mettle, a visionary who saw the world not as it was, but as he believed it should be. As he took his place on the throne of the two lands, he was poised to usher in a new era of change, a revolution that would shake the very foundations of Egyptian society. His reign was to be marked by a series of radical reforms, from the religious to the artistic, from the political to the personal. His was a reign that would challenge the status quo, that would question centuries-old traditions, that would dare to dream of a different kind of Egypt. What followed his ascension was a period of turmoil and transformation, an era we now call the Amarna Period. Akhenaten, once known as Amenhotep IV, was unlike any pharaoh before him. This pharaoh, who reigned during the 18th dynasty of ancient Egypt, was a ruler who dared to challenge the status quo, revolutionizing the religious landscape of his kingdom. Akhenaten's rule was marked by a drastic departure from the traditional Egyptian polytheistic belief system. Instead, he embraced monotheism, focusing the kingdom's worship on a single deity, the Aten. The Aten, represented as the sun disk, was not a new god in the Egyptian pantheon, but elevating it to the status of sole deity was a radical move that shook the foundations of Egyptian religion. Akhenaten's religious revolution was not merely a shift in worship, it was a complete upheaval of the established order. He denounced the old gods, closed their temples, and redirected the wealth and resources traditionally allocated to them towards the worship of the Aten. This was not a gradual change, but a swift and uncompromising shift, a clear break from the past. This profound shift was also reflected in Akhenaten's personal life. In a symbolic move, he changed his name from Amenhotep, which means Amun is content, to Akhenaten, translating to effective for Aten, thus underscoring his complete devotion to this single god. But Akhenaten's radical changes did not stop at religion. He was a visionary, and his vision extended beyond the spiritual realm into the physical world. He dreamt of a new capital, a city dedicated to the worship of the Aten, a place where his revolutionary ideas could take root and flourish. This dream would soon become a reality in the form of Akhetaten, the horizon of the Aten, a city that would embody Akhenaten's radical ideals. And so Akhenaten, the radical pharaoh, set out to make his mark on history, not just as a ruler, but as a religious reformer, a visionary, and a builder of cities. He was a man whose influence would resonate throughout the annals of Egyptian history, a man whose legacy would be as enduring as the sun disk he worshipped. In the desert, far from the traditional capitals of Egypt, Akhenaten built his dream city, Amarna. Upon the sun-scorched sands of the desert, Akhenaten envisioned a city that would rise to the heavens, a city that would mirror his devotion to the sun disk deity, Aten. This city, Amarna, was a testament to his faith, a grand monument carved from the arid wilderness. Amarna was unlike any other city in ancient Egypt. It was meticulously planned and constructed, reflecting a departure from the chaotic urban sprawl of traditional Egyptian cities. The city was laid out along the east bank of the Nile, and at its heart was the great temple of the Aten, a sprawling complex dedicated to the worship of the sun disk. Surrounding the temple were the royal residences, administrative buildings, and homes of the city's inhabitants. But what set Amarna apart was not just its physical layout, it was the artistic revolution that it sparked. The city became a canvas for a new artistic style, a style that was a radical departure from the rigid and formal art of traditional Egypt. This Amarna art was intimate and realistic, capturing the everyday life of its inhabitants with an unprecedented level of detail. It depicted scenes from the royal family's daily life, scenes of workers in the fields, scenes of children playing, scenes that were previously considered too mundane for the grandeur of Egyptian art. This new artistic style was not just a stylistic choice. It was a reflection of Akhenaten's religious revolution, his belief in a single god, Aten, who was present in every aspect of daily life. This belief permeated the art, the architecture, and the very fabric of the city. Amarna, the city of the horizon, was a testament to Akhenaten's devotion to Aten. But what about his royal family? In the midst of this religious upheaval, a fascinating royal family held sway. Who were they, you ask? Well, they were none other than Queen Nefertiti and her royal daughters. Queen Nefertiti, whose name means the beautiful one has come, was not just a pretty face. She was a formidable queen who held a significant role in the new religious order. Together with Pharaoh Akhenaten, she was often depicted in reliefs offering gifts to Aten, the sun disk, highlighting her importance in the religious rituals. Then there were the royal daughters, 6 of them in total, each with a distinct personality and role within the royal household. Their depictions in the art of the period offer us a glimpse into their lives, filled with both public duty and private moments of familial affection. They weren't just silent observers of the religious revolution, but active participants, shaping and being shaped by the changing times. Amidst this royal ensemble enters a mysterious character, the co-regent Smenkhkare. His identity has puzzled historians for centuries. Was he Akhenaten's younger brother, his son, or perhaps even Nefertiti herself in a different guise? We know he existed, for his name appears on various inscriptions and artifacts, but his precise role and relationship to the royal family remain enigmatic. Some speculate that he was appointed by Akhenaten to continue the religious reforms, while others suggest that he may have been a rival claimant to the throne. The truth, as so often with history, is elusive. The Amarna period was a time of profound change, but all things must come to an end. The royal family and the mysterious co-regent were central figures in this dramatic period of Egyptian history, embodying the religious shift and the societal changes it brought with it. Their story, shrouded in mystery and intrigue, continues to fascinate us to this day, a testament to the enduring allure of ancient Egypt. Just as abruptly as it began, the Amarna period came to an end. With the death of Pharaoh Akhenaten, the sun set on the era of the Aten and the city of Amarna. Akhenaten's successors, Smenkhkare, Tutankhamun, and I, would oversee a return to the traditional Egyptian religion, culture, and the mighty city of Thebes. Tutankhamun, perhaps the most famous of these successors and known to many as the Boy King, ascended the throne at a tender age. His reign marked a clear departure from the religious revolution of Akhenaten. The temples of Amun were restored, and the worship of the old gods was revived. This was not a mere return to tradition. It was a conscious effort to erase the heretical Amarna period from history. Following Tutankhamun's untimely death, A took the throne. His reign, though short, was characterized by the same effort to wipe out the memory of Amarna. He even went as far as to reuse the Talatat blocks from Akhenaten's temples in his own building projects. Yet despite the best efforts of these pharaohs, the Amarna period was not to be forgotten. Centuries later, the city of Amarna was discovered by modern archaeologists. They unearthed a treasure trove of artifacts, from statues and stelae to the famous Amarna letters, providing a fascinating glimpse into this unique period of Egyptian history. The Amarna period, a time of radical change and innovation, left an indelible mark on history. Its legacy is a testament to the power of ideas to disrupt, change, and even threaten traditional beliefs. It serves as a reminder that history is not always written by the victors, and that even the forgotten can be remembered once again. The Amarna period, a time of radical change and innovation, left an indelible mark on history. The Amarna period, a brief but significant chapter in ancient Egypt's history, has left an indelible mark on our understanding of this ancient civilization. We've journeyed through the radical reign of Pharaoh Akhenaten, whose religious revolution was as controversial as it was transformative. We've traced the rise and fall of the city of the horizon, Amarna, a city built from scratch to honor a single god. We've delved into the mysteries of the royal family, their roles, and the enigmatic co-regent whose identity still sparks debate among historians. And finally, we've looked at the legacy of the Amarna period, a legacy that continues to echo through the ages. As the sands of time blow over the ruins of Amarna, we are left with a fascinating glimpse into a world that once was. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this exploration, do subscribe to our channel for more intriguing historical narratives.